the project that I will be making today. 2 cards. I call them Funky Fun Fold cards. This one with the sentiment pop-up on the inside. Then this one, which hide a message on the inside. You can write it. And as you can see, we're going to use a stamp, papers and stencil from Crafty Stamp Co. Here's the tags. We're gonna making tags too. These tags and the cards, you can use them for your gathering or Thanksgiving Day, or to give as a gift to any family members or friend. We're gonna use our the technique that we're using is pencils, color pencils with Gamsol or White Spirit. Let's get to the supply list. The stamp set that we're using is Happy Glover Day from Crafty Stamp Co. Papers also from their pad or from Crafty Stamp Co. Misty that we're gonna use with our stamps. Some shapes, die cut, embossing if you're optional, and the tag to cut our tags. Foam tape, our color pencils, and I have different colors there. I'll show you later which one we'll use with which one. The stress spreads to add in some brightness, Memento ink, and VersaFine with one black and brown, and our Gamsol. In my case, it's White Spirit. So let's get to now. We're gonna use also liquid glue. Now let's get to the supplies for the first card. We'll be using 1 green, 1 orange, and 1 white cardstock. A piece of 6x6 paper from the Pumpkin Breeze 6x6 pattern paper from Crafty Stamp Co. Like this. Here's the cardstock that we're using and the paper that we're gonna use for our first card. For our second card, we're gonna use a piece of white cardstock, a piece of green cardstock, and some 6x6 paper, which we're gonna use on the outside and inside. I have this, you can have coordinated ones. I'm using this one for the outside, and I will be using one from the Halloween texture 6x6 paper from Craft Stamp Co. Like this polka dot. It's just perfect. Let's see. That's the combination for our second card. Looks how pretty. I love that combination with the polka dot. It's just perfect. Isn't it? Okay, so let's start. Now let's cut our first card, which is this one. I call this one the Fun Fold card. And we're gonna start to cut the first panel, the front, which is the 6x6 paper from the Pumpkin Breeze from Craft Stamp Co. I'm gonna take our cutting board. We're gonna cut a piece of 1 inch from the bottom of the paper, like this. Save that strip. You're gonna need it later. Okay, we're gonna put it here. Then our piece is going to be, there you have 5 by 6. This is the piece. Now we're going to score it at 2 1/4 inch, right, like this. We're going to cut it there, and you're going to save it along with our strip. Okay, then let's put this aside and let's get our green, and let's cut a piece of cardstock of 4 1/4 inch by 5.5 inch. Is going to be the base of this card. Okay, let's cut the piece 4 1/4 inch there, and 5.5 inches. You will end up with a piece like this, which will be the base of your card. Let's also put it aside. Now let's get the orange piece. You're gonna cut the orange piece, which will be your second layer, and let's cut a piece of 4 inches by 5 1/4 inch, like this. Then you will end up with 2 pieces like this. Your base, your panel, and then your front panel and the strip like this. Then let's cut the die cut using our dies. Let's gonna use our circle dies and the scallop die. You can use any size you will like. That's your choice. Okay, let's cut it. I'm gonna cut it. Then you're gonna end up with 1 green, 1 scallop white, and 1 circle white, like this. Now we have our first pieces of our first card completed. Now let's put it aside and start with our second card. The main thing of this card is the piece that we're going to use to make the fold, like this. Okay, I have all the pieces together. That's the chipboard. You're gonna need a chipboard of 3 1/4 by 2.5 inches. Then some swirl that you can cut, 2 scallop, 1 green, 1 orange, and 1 white. Then we're gonna use a stripe for the message later. A piece of white for the inside, and the dots for the inside, and the one of those 3 pieces, 5 1/4 inch by 4. Green piece is 5 3/8 inch by 8.5 inch, which you will be scored at 5.5 inches in the middle of the paper. Then rub it with your bone folder, and you will have all the pieces of our second card. Now let's put this aside. This is our second. Now we have 1 and 2 of our project's pieces there. Now let's cut our tags. I already have them. I have 2 whites and 2 craft. You can use any die that you have on the shape of a tag. I'm using one rounder and one square, but you can use whichever you will like. And we're gonna make this 3. And we're using for the background and with to make the stencil bright, we're using the distress spritz in any color. I'm using orange, which is marmalade, and some ribbon that we're gonna cut later. Okay. For the background on the tags, we're using the spritz also, I'm sorry, and the Swirl of Madness stencil for the back. These are the green and the yellow distress spritz. Those 3 are the ones we're using. Okay, great. Now let's start creating. Let's take our Gamsol or White Spirit, our stamps, and our Memento ink, and white cardstock, which I will be cutting. Here you'll see I cut it in 4 pieces of the same side, 4 and 1/4 by 5.5. This is just to stamps. You will see I'm using my Mystic, and I will be stamping here. Since I'm going to use all the images on the stamp set, I'm going to just lay it on this paper and stamp it once. So at one time, all the images one time. So I'm gonna leave some space between each one, just in case I would like to leave a white border around, like this. Just there. Then I'm gonna use my black Tuxedo Memento ink. Sorry for the magnets. Well, with my ink, I'm tapping here the stamp, putting a lot of ink on the stamps, and then rub it. I have this magnificent piece for it, so I don't have to use that much my hands. So, and gives me the same pressure every time. There, I'm stamping 2 times. I like to be very black. Then I'm gonna stamp 2 more pieces. And there. And then let's get this pumpkin. I would like to have it again, stamp it here. So I'm gonna clean it a little bit and just take this one out, because I'm just gonna stamp the pumpkin, only the pumpkin. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit, I'm a bit nervous. And clean it so I don't ruin my paper with all my stamped images. And then just do the same with using my black ink. There's black ink again. Great. Now I'm done. One more time. And I'm done stamping all the image that I will be using for the all the projects. Here they are. Look, I have those three. Those three. And now it's time to start laying some colors. Let's get our gamsel. Here's the gamsel. If you find gamsel, here's what I have is white spirit, which works perfectly, and same as gamsel. I have it in this jar with this sponge, and in this little other jar that I find, which is it gives me more to carry if I want. The sponge inside here is not to suck all the brushes or the stump all the way through the jar. So that helps me with that. Now let's get our brush or stump for blending the colors. Let's get our Prismacolor pencils. I also use some Q-tips sometimes, but I really do not like those because they get so stuck on the white spirit. I prefer this ones. I have a small one and a bit of a big or a medium size. This is to sand or to take away the color. If you're gonna use the same stump to blend the colors, then you take one color and then use the other color. So that keeps you the stump clean. Now, so let's get our pencils. Here's I have chosen the colors. I chose some browns, green, yellow, orange, and some red. So let's start with the browns for the stamps. Those colors I chose for because of the stamps that I will be coloring. Okay, so let's get our browns for our Gobbler and the oranges for our pumpkins. I'm just gonna start putting some color down in order for you to see. I'm putting this one aside, which I will be using later. It's just to show you the colors that I chose. And some gray, silver, the yellow. This is the blending of the Prismacolor pencils that you can use to blend the colors also. If you're gonna blend with using the pencils. The yellow for the pumpkin that we're gonna use later. A red that I will use for the hat of the Gobbler, and a peachy color for the face of the Gobbler. This is the Prismacolor sharpener, which is great, and I need to have it at hand in order to have all the Prismacolor with the very sharpener. The erasers. And now let's start adding some color. I'm just gonna first put this matte, which is I use that when I'm coloring with pencils, which is give you the, like, it takes all the greasy from your paper. It's like when we're gonna embossing, it's like the powder, but this one is for pencils. So okay, let's see. I'm gonna use, I'm gonna start with this one. Great. Now let's just add some colors in order for you to see how I'm not perfectly blending, not in an art coloring, but I'll try my best. Okay, let's take the browns. I'm using one dark brown and one light brown. So I'm gonna start adding color to the Gobbler, to the background, the feathers of the Gobbler, just like this. A little bit of color here, over there. Like I said, I'm not a very perfect coloring, but I love using color pencils, and I use Prismacolor a lot. Then I'm adding here some dark brown there, just like trying to see where the light of the shadow there, and on the other side of the feather. Like I said before, I'm not so great on coloring lights or shadow or anything, but I just try and love coloring with pencils, using pencils and also alcohol marker. Those are my must go medium when I'm working on some card. Here I just laid the color. I'm gonna use the gamsol so you can see the pretty effect. Here's a closer look of the colors, how I just add the colors, the color pencils, and then you will see what the gamsol or the white spirits, like I said. In my case, is white spirit that I'm using. You will see the difference. I just a little pinch there and just start rubbing the paper, like if you're just using your another pencil, just rubbing the color from dark to brown, or oh, I'm sorry, dark to brown, dark to light, I'm sorry, or light to dark. I'm just gonna keep adding the gamsol using my stump. I'm gonna show you now what it looks like after you add the white spirit, in my case, or if you're using gamsol, what it looks like when you use the gamsol with the Prismacolor pencils. There, just rub it. Look how pretty that looks. It's totally blend the dark with the light and the light with the dark. If you want, you can add some color after, more color with the pencil. You can add it. You can add some white spirit with the stump after, or you can just leave it with the pencil like this. I really like this technique. It's so pretty and so easy. It's really that easy. It just takes a bit of time. It really depends. You can see on the background, it doesn't show. So I'm gonna just keep adding the colors, all the colors to the Gobbler. And then after I finish with the Gobbler, I'm gonna do the pumpkin. Here I'm adding some more color, like dark spots there. And then on the other side. This is something about this technique that it takes a bit of the time, but this is a technique that you're not going to use with all of your stems, or every time you use your color pencils, this is a technique that you will use with some special cards that you would like to make, or some special project that you would like to make for a special occasion, or friend or family that you would like to give to. So it's not a technique that you can use all the time, but I really love it because it looks so pretty, and it's an easy way for you to blend colors with the white spirit. It's really easy. The blending is really easy because, well, it's not really done by you, it's done by the white spirit mineral. I really like this. There, I'm just laying out some colors like this, some dark spot here, that's dark spot there. There you go. And like I said before, you can add colors even after you use Gamsol on first. Or other way you can use, if you want, you can add the Gamsol or the white spirit, right? You can add the Gamsol to the paper or the image, whichever you want to call it, and then color with the pencils. You can use either way. First the white spirit and then pencil, or pencil and then the white spirit. I really liked to add the pencils first and then the white spirit, because that gives me more of an option of blending, or and since the white spirit dry really fast, I really prefer that way. Adding the color pencil first, or coloring with the pencils, and then adding the white spirit with the stump. Blend with the, really, that's the word, blend with the white spirit. There, I'm just adding color. See, look, just adding some color to the Gobbler. Here's a keep coloring the Gobbler. I really love this stamp set. It's so pretty. And here I'm using brown, but you can make his feather any color you like. You can use some more bright colors, or if you're going to use for any occasion, you can use purple, or you can use red. Any color you choose, you can use. And one thing that you will see later is that you can blend with the white spirit and keep adding more colors. You blend with the white spirit and then add more color, and then you can add more color and blend again with the white spirit or the Gamsol. That's one of the things that I really like about this technique, that you can keep adding colors on top of one color. Here, I'm gonna start blending again using my white spirit. I really like to use a small jar. There, look. That's with the pencil only. The first one, of course, is the one that I did before, and all of the other ones just have the color pencils. Now I'm gonna blend with the Gamsol. I'm sorry if I keep saying Gamsol, but that's what the technique is called. Like, here's I'm just blending. using the white spirit in my case. I really like to have a small jar for the white spirit because it smells. I know the Gamsol really smells. It has a strong smell, and sometimes people do not like that smell. The white spirit that I'm using here, it has a bit of a smell, and it tends to dry very fast. That's why I keep you see that I keep wetting the stump every time I'm gonna lay on the color pencils. I really like I said on the beginning, I really like this jar with a sponge because it really controls the what the I mean controls the that you don't get the stump really wet. That's why I show you before that it doesn't show on the back, because if you use your stump very wet, it could transfer to the back. But that way you get the control of white spirit on the stump, and it doesn't transfer or show on the back of your paper. There, I'm just blending. Here is just blending with the stump. There. See, I'm gonna clean it a little bit or sharpen. This is like the sharpen for the stump. There you go. And just keep blending. I know it's a bit, like I said, even though it's easy, it takes a lot of time. But you will see later how it looks. The images just look so pretty. There you go. Now we have all the feathers of the Gobbler. Done. Now I'm just gonna keep adding the colors to the other pieces. I'm adding a little bit more here. See, you can add after you blend with the white spirit, you can add more color. Let me give you a tip. Always, if you are, I know that maybe some of you are really comfortable coloring with pencils or marker and have really a great experience with it. And this is dumb information or tip, but always add your lightest color first and then goes with the dark, like this. I prefer always adding the light color and then adding some dark spot little by little instead of a big space, and that really depends on the image or the stamp that you are coloring. Here, look how pretty. I always close my jar. Then now I'm gonna start coloring the pumpkins. I'm using here the oranges. On your list, I put the colors that I'm using. Here's I have one light orange, one medium, and one dark. Okay, well, I'm not much of a practice or experience color, but I like to try. And practices makes you get better. So here's, I'm just laying some of the orange and coloring my pumpkin there. I'm gonna leave some space for the lightest. This is the medium color I'm using there. There, color, and just adding color. Right now I'm adding color. I really love Prismacolor. That's what I use, Prismacolor. But you can also make this technique with the white spirit using some other color pencils. I know there's Faber-Castell. They're really good ones because they're wax pencils and they really blend that very well. Now I need to sharpen my pencil. Like I said, I like them very sharp. Well, it's not that I like, it's just that it's better to add the dark spot in this case, or for very tight spaces, and to work details on the images that you're coloring. Okay, I told you about the Faber-Castell. You can also use this technique with the pastels, and really they look really pretty with pastel and oil also, oil pencils too. You can use Crayola. I haven't used them, but you can try. I haven't used Crayola because since the Crayola are stay on the paper, I don't know if you can. It gives you the how do you say that? Like the easiness to blend. So I haven't tried Crayola, but you can try. One thing that is really important for this technique to work is the paper. You can use any paper or cardstock that works perfect with alcohol marker. This one that I'm using here, this cardstock is express especially for Copic markers. But I know that, look at this, look how pretty it is. I just lay the orange color there. Now I'm gonna change my stamp to the other side. There, sharpen it a little bit. So I can go on details. There, I'm just gonna blend the pumpkin now. There you go. Okay. Again, what I was saying about the paper. Here I'm using Copic marker, especially paper. But you can use any cardstock or white paper, or in fact any color paper that blends with alcohol marker. I have used also in the past, I have used mixed media paper. You can use mixed media paper also with this technique. There, I'm just blending dark. I really have to practice my light and dark. I really would like to learn how to, maybe not perfect, but practice to get a little bit better every day. Here's, I'm gonna add some black so I can darken it a little bit, make some shadow here, and just blend it with the color there. There you can see, you can, this technique, sometimes I have seen that they use also alcohol too. Instead of white spirit, they use alcohol. But I really haven't tried it with alcohol. Sometimes they use also a petroleum Vaseline, but I don't like to use that. It blends really, really well, but I don't like to use it because it leaves you some residue on the back. It looks oily, and I don't like that. At the touch, if you touch the image, it doesn't feel oily, but on the back, you'll see like a oily residue, and I don't like that. Here, I'm just adding some color. Please bear with me. This is the I really wanted to show you how I blend and add in the colors and blend with the white spirit, and how the different before and after. And it takes like I said before, it takes a bit longer because we're coloring all the images that we will use on all the projects that we'll be making today. But if it's just one images, it's not that hard or that long. And there, I'm just blending a little bit. Here I added this black to this side. I didn't like that very much, but I will try to fix it a little bit, blending it with the white spirit. Here's the green of my pumpkin, and there. Now I'm going to color my Gobbler. Let's give him some love and color it. I'm adding a bit of black there, so it's a little bit darker. That's the darkest spot. There. I'm just adding color right now with the pencils. I like to, in this case, I like to add all the colors to the images and then blend them all together. You will see why. If you have any questions or anything or suggestions, if you have tried this technique and or any paper with this technique or any color pencil or anything, you can let us know. Write on the comments or shout out, and we will. I'm all ears. I don't know them. I don't know them all. I really love to learn. So there, see how that blends all the colors. how it blends. Oof, I love that. I really get excited every time I can see that it blends like from dark to light. I really prefer from dark to light. It makes me feel more comfortable blending that way. See, look how cute the Gobbler. Look, it's getting so pretty. Let's keep adding there. Here's some dark spot. And here again, some dark spot. I need to sharpen again in order to go to the details. Now I'm gonna keep on adding colors on my Gobbler. I'm making my Gobbler alive and giving him some love. Yes, see? It looks so pretty. By the way, I really love this stamp set from Crafty Stamp Co. This one is, I can't say it's my favorite because I have a lot of their stamp set favorite. But this one, I really love it. Since I saw it, I said, I'm gonna make some stamps. I'm gonna make some tags with it. I need to make some cards. And since I'm doing some Thanksgiving gathering with some friends and family, I'm gonna use the tags. I will be making some tags after this. Yeah, using this Gobbler. But I'll make him not only brown. I'm gonna use some other colors too. See the feathers. There, color and more color. Now I'm doing the face. I'm adding just a bit of a beige to his face. Here too. There, some color. There you go. More color. His nose, I think. And then some red. He has like a red on the side of his nose. I don't know how you call that. But I add red color to it. Then just keep adding the colors in order to blend later. I don't know, what color is this? Brown. Okay, let's start with the dark brown. There, dark, a bit of dark here, dark here, then this one, some dark in here, like this, more dark, just dark there. Please bear with me with the coloring. I just want you to see the whole process. And in the meantime, we can talk about other things like the paper that I use or have used with this technique. And if I've used other Prismacolor or other pencils. I haven't used this with alcohol marker. I don't know if that will work. I think that it won't, because but I see. I will try that using this white spirit with the Copic marker or any alcohol marker and see what it comes out. Does any of you have used white spirit or gamsol, this technique, to color or make any project before? Or you didn't know this technique, or maybe you knew it but never try it. Here, let's sharpen my stump. I'm gonna change colors here and to blend a little bit better. There you can see how it looks. Oops, sorry. They're different when you just put, when you use just color pencil and then blend with the white spirit. It looks bright. The colors are brighter. Here I'm keep adding the colors. More sharper. I love to sharpen my pencils. I like a very fine tip. Red. Then I'm gonna use the orange color this pumpkin. See, I start with the light color. I think this one is the lighter one. Yeah, the lightest one. Here, just adding color over color, doing my highlight and my shadow. There you go. There. Now a bit more. Now the dark, the dark spot. Sometimes I'm not sure. I have to like turn the paper around to see where the lights and the shadow are in order to make them bright. I know it's not always right, but I try and keep practicing. There, my orange. What I love about this technique is when you put the color, they're like made, like not. I don't know if you understand that. Made like really subtle. The color is really soft. But when you blend with the gamsol or the white spirit, in my case, it becomes brighter. So bright, the color. And that's one of the things that I really love about this technique. Look, here I'm blending. Look at the difference in the colors. Blending here. I keep blending. Look, I don't know if you can hear, but when I'm blending, it makes a sound, like squeaking sound, like a squeegee, a bit of a squeegee sound, because you're like rubbing the colors together, so it makes a sound. Look how bright it looks. Now a little bit more color here, there, and there, and there. Then blending a little bit more, and a bit more here, and here. You can rub as little or as much as you like, and as hard or soft as you like. Well, of course, not that hard that rip the paper, but you can rub it or blend with a stump. I really love those stumps. Here I'm just adding more color for our dark spots and blend again. Here, blend from dark to light, dark to light. There, a bit more, dark to light. And the nose and the red. There you go. See how bright it looks? I like it. Really like it that much. I love it. That Gobbler is so pretty. Well, actually, pretty is not the word. It's like, it's cute. This Gobbler is so cute. It is. A little bit beige on his face. There. Beige. Then now I'm looking for the other color, because I really want to color the hat there. Well, I fast forward a little bit in order for you to see, so you do not get tired of me coloring. So here's the here I'm showing you, I'm looking for the piece that I have already done, that I finished, so you can here's the complete color piece and blend. I'm just gonna blend here the pie. The pie is missing the pie casserole and the sign. There, I'm just adding a little bit of color for the sign. I don't want to add color to all of it, just a little bit for to the size and the stick there, just a little bit. And to finish, blending a little bit with the white spirit, so you can see the magic. That's how I call it, the magic. Here, just laying some color there. Look at how pretty, so bright. I love them. I like it very much. Now for the casserole, I'm using gray. I have three different colors or hues of gray and one silver. And then I'm adding the dark one on top of it for the shadow, like that. Just a little bit. And then this is metallic or silver gray there, just a little bit. So it's like aluminum color. And blend. Let's see the magic. I'm sorry, I get a little bit of happiness when I see all the images. Color. I really love coloring using pencils. I know that. There, look at all the images. Then here I'm just gonna color the pumpkin. I just want another pumpkin, so I'm just gonna color the pumpkin. So bear a little bit more with me. Just the pumpkin, because I really want another pumpkin. Here's dark. Dark. I don't know if I'm really that good with the dark and the shadow and the light, the highlight. But I try. Like I said before, I know I said it before, but I'm practicing. But I really love coloring using my pencils and also markers. But I prefer and use them a lot, the pencils. Here's more orange and orange. And a little bit of orange. I'm not blending yet. This is just plain color. Yellow. There's some yellow and some more. Then I'm gonna the green for the leaf on top of it. A little bit more dark on top. There, more dark. After we're done blending all the well, actually this one, I'm just blend here a little bit more here. Can you see the dark on top and then the light on bottom? Okay, when we're done with all blending all the images, we're gonna fussy cut. You will see. I'm gonna show you how I fussy cut, but then I will fussy cut all my images and just show you all the fussy cutting. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you. I'm not going to show you the whole fussy cutting. You're gonna see it. Fast forward. Very fast. I'm gonna be cutting very fast. And the end. All the fussy cutting images. There, a little bit more of white spirit. So blend. I'm blending a little bit more. This pumpkin really, I don't know. I'm trying to make it a little bit lighter at the bottom, but I just blended the dark all the way to the back to the bottom, so I cannot take it away. So now the leaf, green, and voila! That's my pumpkin. There. Now, see how pretty? It's very cute, that pumpkin. Can you see the light and the brightness of the color? Now we have all the two pieces of blending images, and we're gonna fussy cut them. There you go. You can add more colors to the other ones if you want. There I'm gonna fussy cut all of them because I will be using all of them in the projects. Just I like to cut them near the black lines, but sometimes I like to leave a white border around because sometimes depending of the project that you are working on or you're going to use them, it looks pretty one or the other one with the border or without it. Really depends. In this case, I will fussy cut them without the white border. I like them better for this project that I will be making. There you go. Instead of turning my hand or my scissor, I like turning the paper. For me, it's better. Because I really don't like to cut all the way the black line. I like to cut the outside on the black line. There you go. Now I'm not gonna show you the whole fussy cutting of all the images. Just wanted to show you the first one. Then I'm gonna be fussy cutting the other ones, and you're gonna see it really fast. I'm gonna be really fast. Okay. In the meantime, we can talk a little bit of anything or there. I love this fussy cutting. Well, actually, I really don't like fussy cutting that much. Sometimes when I work with digital images, I cut them with the cutting machine. I have a Cameo, so I cut them with the cutting machine. And sometimes I leave the white border when I cut them with the machine. It's easier that way. If you fussy cutting, This way, without the white border, is faster. Here's one that I'm cutting, leaving the white border there. Because that one, I will be using it. And it looks pretty with the white border there. Okay, now I have all my images. Oh, I'm missing this one. Sorry. I need to cut this one also. And, black lines. There you go. This is a pretty pumpkin. There. There you go. Done. All the fussy cutting. Then let's take all this. There are all the pieces. And there we have all the pieces. Now we're gonna start putting the cards together. Let's make the fun fold. The first one. Okay. Remember, we have all the pieces cut and scored. Here's the sample. Okay. Now let's glue all the pieces and assembly our first card. Let's glue the orange to the green. Remember that the green is our base. It's the base of our first card. And the score piece is our front layer. Okay, look how pretty that glitter paper. Those papers are from Crafty Stamp Co. paper. The Pumpkin Breeze 6x6 paper pad. So pretty. It has a lot of cute combinations. I love that one with the stripe and the pumpkins and the combination with orange and gold. So pretty. Then your stripe, you're gonna add it on the inside like this. You're gonna glue it to the inside, just on the right edge of that fold piece or fold side. There. Be careful not to glue it too much to the score. So you can then put in this and then you will have this, the front of your card. And there's this fuzzy. There you go. Now let's glue this one to the green. I use liquid glue. There you go. As much as you like, but not too much to the edges. There. And you're leaving same and spaces on all the sizes. There. Look how pretty. And now let's our scallop circle. The first one is the green one, and on the inside of this card, you're gonna add the white one. This one, we're gonna use the foam tape. Let's cut a piece of foam tape to add it. So it gives you a little depth. Some depth. There, just add it there. And now, there you go. Now, you're gonna paste on the inside. I measure it with the green one. So I want it not to show. So you're gonna see the white one when you open the card. And then paste it. See how easy that was. Then I have the front of my card ready. This one, let's add the spritz, the glittery, and that one, the glittery that we will use. And since I will be using the same two tags, let's make them both at the same time. Okay, I use a box, any box you can use, to make your sprinkles or spritz with spray, any type of spray. It doesn't have to be distress spritz. If you have any, here I'm using I think that one is the fossil yellow. Adding a bit there. I don't know if you can see, but then the spice marmalade. A little bit, just spray a little bit, and that's it. Look how pretty it looks. I'm gonna put it outside and leave it to dry. Then let's put our two tags, and let's use the Swirl of Madness stencil from Crafty Stamco. There. I like to put it diagonally. You can put it any way you like. Then let's use some green with the craft color. There. Ooh. It looks that much, but it's not really that much. Then the spice marmalade again. There. A bit here, a bit there. And look how pretty it looks. Oh my god. I love it. That glittery and shine look. Now the white. The white looks so much fun. I'll use green. There, a bit here. Then yellow. I like this yellow because it looks like gold. And then marmalade also. A little bit on top. There you go. Now let's put all these 3 pieces and leave it to dry a little bit. I'm gonna be working. In the meantime, these 2 tags get dry. I'm gonna dry this. I'm gonna clean. Okay, hold on. These 2, let's leave it there to dry. And let's use our circle piece. Look how pretty. I'm gonna glue it there with some liquid glue. There in the center. And just hold it a little bit. Then which image of I like that one. Like a lover with the pie. I like this one. And on the inside, no, because it shows on the front. I don't want it to show on the front. So let's use some foam tape to glue the blubber on the front. There. Look how pretty. See? It looks better with the white border, that image. Apply a little bit of pressure so it gets the whole piece gets straight. Then let's get a piece of white stripe for our sentiment. Let's stamp our sentiment using the stamp from the stamp set. It has a lot of options that you can, the stamp set has Happy Thanksgiving, see, grateful, blessed, thankful, happy day, Glover. So it has quite a different sentiments and messages that you can use. I chose to use Happy Thanksgiving because since I'm making this Thanksgiving card, I use the Happy Thanksgiving. I'm using the VersaFine brown ink. There. And I like to stamp it twice because I like it very dark. And turn it, and let's stamp the message that I'll be using on our second card. Here I will be using Happy Glover Day. Let's get Happy Glover there. Happy Glover Day, also in brown. Now let's cut these two pieces. I'm cutting like an inch each one, or maybe 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, 3/4 of an inch each one. And I quite long because I'll do the pointy round there. See? Now I'm gonna use a puncher to cut it and make it look like a banner look with a square punch. There you go. And now the two sizes. A little bit more here. And there. I have Happy Thanksgiving. I'm gonna glue it using some liquid glue. See how I curve it? I like to do that with all my sentiments there. And to finish it off, I'm gonna add a mini bow using this green. I'm using my hands to make this mini bow. If it was a bigger one, I have a bow maker, which it was made here. There. I like to have my bows like perfectly aligned there, and I'm gonna glue it on top of my sentiment with a pinch of our liquid glue there, and voila! Make it straight, and voila! This card is ready. You can write on the inside any message or any word you would like. That one's ready. That's good. Now let's make our second card, which I call the funky fold card. Funky because of the triangle that is missing on the front, which is on the inside of the card. Okay, let's get all our pieces together. This is the important piece that you will need. Then you have your card base fold, which is the green. And let's start using this piece. This is how we're going to use this piece. You're going to mark down on your base card, fold it. On the front, you're going to mark the triangle on top, on the side, there. And then you're going to score it on the lines, on the mark lines that you just made there. Okay, you should have something like this. Fold it a little bit, and now you're gonna fold it to the inside, and you're gonna have something like this. You're gonna fold it instead of to the back, to the inside of the card there. And you have your card base ready. There you go. Now let's get our 3 pieces. And since this one is the front, you're gonna mark also the triangle on the same side that you did on the green, on that top. On the top. There you go. Make a pencil mark. In this case, this one, you're gonna cut that piece. Make sure you cut on the markings, and if it shows the pencil marking, you can erase them. You should have something like this, 2 pieces like this, and then that one is your front, and this one is the piece that side, like that. There. You're gonna do that. One for the front and one for the inside. Then we're gonna do the same thing. Mark the triangle on this white piece for the inside bottom there. Mark, mark, and then cut. You're gonna cut them. Again, if the pencils mark, you can erase them later after you cut them. There. Okay? Just erase them. And you should have your piece, which will go on the inside of your card. Then for the top, you're going to use the other triangle piece. Okay. For my top, I'm going to use the dotted, and I need to cut on the bottom of that piece. Same, I'm going to mark it. Leave my mark and cut. There. Mark. There. Okay, perfect. And you have gonna have two pieces like this. That one is going to be on top. And this one, you can use it for that, but I prefer the white one. And my white. And the apple one. There. Like this. Let's paste. Let's glue them. Let's start with that white on the inside like this. Do not add too much glue to the edges. Here, leaving a border all around. I like to leave the border all around. You see, like this. There. And this one, I need to cut this little piece so it leaves the same border around it. No, the other side. Hold on. There. Okay. Just like a quarter of an inch, maybe. There. So I have all my border all around. Oh, on all sizes. There I'm gluing it. And not much glue. I like to use liquid glue. Sometimes it gives me that a little bit of time of centering the pieces. Now let's glue. This dotted paper, I love it. This one is from the 6x6 paper Halloween texture from Crafty Stamp Co. I really love that paper. And we're gonna do the same with the white. Cut a quarter of an inch. So you can leave the white border there. You can see the border around it. There. There you go. See. Oh, so pretty. The dotted with the apple and the white. So bright. And the apples for the front. Remember, not so much to the edges. There. And center it. There, like this. Okay. When you open, it should open like that. And now let's take our scallop circle and circle and add to the front. We're gonna embellish. You're gonna, I put this triangle just to measure so I don't get, I get this, the same size so I don't, I can later, if I want to, I can enter into an envelope and it's on is the same size as an A2 card. That's why I use the triangle to measure it. Now I glue all together. I glue the orange one on the back. So when you glue it, you can see from the back the orange one there. So I don't get outside the A2 card size. I'm gonna cut this one so I get two pieces. One there. Be careful not to. I don't want to get it outside the card. And the other one goes here. I don't want to get it also outside there. So now I'm gluing that in there. I really like that swirl. There is, I'm adding glue to only to the bottom of the circle. So it doesn't show the glue on the back of the card. You will see the orange on the back. My sentiment that we stamped before, previously there, and I'm gonna add it there. Happy Gobbler Day. Curve it with my hands, and there you go. And which images I like, this one with the pumpkin, that one, and we'll be using foam tape. A little piece of foam tape to glue it to the front. And the front of my card is ready. Pretty, very pretty. Then let's add some images to the inside. See my pumpkin. I'm gonna put my pumpkin here. Let's see if I can add this other pumpkin. No, I want to leave some space in case I want to write a message or something. So the sign, I'm gonna stamp one of the words from the set. Let's see which one. I'm using my stick. And gonna stamp the word thankful, because I am thankful. Using brown ink, and there, thankful. My sign says thankful. I want my sign to pop up when you open the card. So I have to let's glue the pumpkin. I'm just gonna use one pumpkin, the big one. Not gonna use the other one. No, I don't like it. There, no, I think one looks better. Yeah, just gonna use the big one. Yeah. Let's see. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna add the. Okay, there. Okay. Oh shit. And the sign, I have to add it. Make sure you glue it not all the way so it doesn't fold when you fold the card. So it gets fold correctly there, like that. Okay. Then when you open the card, look how pretty it pop-ups. The sign pop-ups. Okay. Then we have our two cards, and let's get to it. Let's make the two tags here. One, and let's use our glue. Oh, I missed las patitas of Gobbler. Okay, I'm gonna paint it with the marker. Yeah. And I'm gonna add it here. I like the pumpkin better on the white one, and the Gobbler on the craft. Okay, I'm adding some tape. The white tag is so pretty. The background is so pretty. I really like that stencil. And I use them with the spritz, but you can use the stencil also with ink and also with marker if you will like. Okay, so I'm adding the images with foam tape to the front of my tags. There the pumpkin. And this, I'm gonna get some ribbon to add to the tags. I think they look amazing just like that. Green for the Gobbler. Oops, sorry. Okay, let's add a small knot, just a knot and some ribbon on there, and let's the orange for the pumpkin. I think I would like to add a word to the tags, because then I can use them for the table or for the plates or to home decor or even to a present or a gift that I'm gonna give to one of my friends or family on the Thanksgiving gathering. What do you think? Yeah, let's get this chance. Okay. I'm using here because I'm gonna use acrylic block because it's a word there, bless, for this one. And this is that I'm using. This is a piece of foam just for the pressure on the stamping. And this one, grateful. And there. Those are my tags. Oh, how cute. Those are so pretty. You can use them for the table, for even to give as a gift. Then the funky fun card, the funky full card. This one, I love the pop-up sentiment. And this one, I like that you can write a sentiment and it gets hidden on the inside of it. Those are my projects for today. I hope you like them and that you really try this technique. What did you think? Did you like it? I can read on the comments. If you leave me any suggestions or comment, here is a closer look. Here, Look at those blending images. How pretty they look. And the stamps. Well, thanks for watching.